Good evening, Tallahassee, and welcome to FSU Weather. I'm student meteorologist Brittany Bowman.
And I'm student meteorologist Jennifer Collins.
And we had a pretty warm day outside today, one of many that is yet to come. We're finally starting to warm up and see those temperatures in the 80s.
Yeah, I had to stay inside a little bit more today because I felt a little more sweaty when I walked outside.
Yes, one of my first times sweating to class, so summer is coming closer and closer.
But the Easter weekend was a beautiful weekend to head outside, a perfect time to pick up the Easter eggs.
Oh yeah.
All across town on Sunday. I saw a lot of people out and about trying to find their Easter eggs.
Definitely a perfect day.
Yeah, you actually went golfing with most of the meteorology students,
yeah,
I saw.
A lot of us went golfing on Saturday. Me and our team leader tonight, Sydney, we did help out, and it was a beautiful day for golfing. Clear skies, temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. It was just a perfect day to get outside and enjoy that weather.
Yeah, I noticed all the pictures that you guys were showing. I saw you actually hit a golf ball.
I did try to hit a golf ball, and I missed the first time. I'm not going to lie. Don't let the video fool you. But I did actually hit a pretty good golf ball.
How did the rest of the team go? Was
good. I think one of the teams that Michael was on, who was here at the show tonight, his team won, so they pulled the W with that.
That's awesome. But yeah, other than that, the weather for the rest of the show, we're going to give you a full local rundown on what's happening for the rest of the week weather-wise, and we'll also give you a national look to see when the next cold front is going to make its way on into our area. But with that, we're actually going to send things out to the wall with Michael. He's going to give us an overview of what's going on for the show tonight.
Thanks, girls. It was a very nice golfing weekend. I can say that was true. But today was actually like the weekend. It was 84 degrees above average. Basically, what we've been experiencing these last 2 days. And actually, our lows are actually near average. So it is warmer during the afternoon, but it's nice and cool during the mornings. Now, we are checking out west because our next weather system is in the making right now. There's the beginnings of it. You can see some snow up towards Minneapolis, but it's going to give some severe weather off to the center of the country as we go into tomorrow, and then it will finally give us some rain as we head into Wednesday. But for the next 48 hours, we're not expecting anything much. It's going to be clear in terms of our skies because of high pressure still over our area, but again, that system is going to come into the region as we head into tomorrow. Into Wednesday. For tomorrow, though, it's going to be very warm, similar to today, 83. Winds coming out of the south, again, bringing that moisture. So we are going to have the heat on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we'll get that cold front. Some moisture will stick around, and then we do have another system coming out into our region by the time we head into the weekend. But for now, let's send it off to Brittany with a look at our first local forecast.
Thanks, Michael. Now, we did see some pretty nice conditions out here today in the Tallahassee area, and we did have some pretty mostly sunny skies. Here's a look at the live camera. You can see the stadium off in the distance, and just a beautiful day outside today to get out and enjoy the weather. Currently, we're still sitting above 80 degrees. We're at 82 under the mostly cloudy skies, but you did see that sun peeking through, winds coming out of the south at 15 miles per hour. So that wind is making it feel really nice outside and letting up some of that heat. Here's a look at the next system that will bring our rain within the next couple days, but for now in the Tallahassee area, it is pretty clear outside. We have some patchy clouds, and we do have some rain off to our east, but nothing to worry about for us. Looking at the temperatures, we are in the lower 80s throughout the Big Bend area, 82 in Tallahassee as well as Quincy, 81 in Thomasville, and Perry is seeing some sunny skies at 81 degrees. Dew points, you're definitely feeling that humidity. We're at 62 in Tallahassee, 58 in Perry. Apalachicola is even at 66, so they're even feeling the humidity from that Gulf because of that southerly wind. But for tonight, we're going to see those temperatures in the upper 50s and low 60s, 59 in Tallahassee, 61 in St. Mark's, 58 in Quincy, and 60 in Perry. It's going to be cool if you're heading out tonight. Make sure you bring a jacket, but you'll see some clear skies. But as we go into the morning hours of Tuesday, some fog will be in the area, so be careful if you're up early and driving. The fog will be in the forecast for the morning, but going through the day, the fog will clear up and the sun will come out, and we'll enjoy that nice day Tuesday until the rain comes back on Wednesday. But for tomorrow, we will see another hot day here in Tallahassee, 83 degrees, 74 in St. Mark's, a little cooler down by the coast, as well as Apalachicola at 76, Quincy at 85, and just another really, really nice day to get outside and enjoy it. And for tomorrow, a high of 83 and partly cloudy skies, winds coming out of the south at 11 miles per hour. So again, that wind will help with that humidity and that heat and cool you off just a bit. Here's that next chance of rain on Wednesday. We have a 70% chance of rain and even some thunderstorms in the forecast. And those cloudy skies will allow that temperature to only reach 73 degrees. We'll have a slight cool down as that cold front makes its way through with a low of 47 on Thursday, and then we actually introduce another rain chance going into Friday at 50%. And our next chance, a big chance of rain, is on Saturday as the next system moves through with that high at 78. And even going into next week, Monday, we do have another big chance of rain, 60%, and a high of 83. But for now, we're going to take it over to Tyler to look at the bigger picture of the southeast.
Thank you, Brittany. So if you went outside at all today, you were probably feeling some of those higher temperatures, some of that heat that we had across the southeast region. Just to the west of us, you can see Shreveport was up at 82 degrees. They did have some clouds, but that didn't really help. Little Rock, though, 53 degrees, so definitely cooler there as that cold front we've been talking about begins to move into our region. So we'll expect some of those cooler temperatures as we head a little further into the week. But for now, you can see Jackson up at 80, Montgomery up at 80. Here in Tallahassee, we're at 82 degrees, so very warm as we move down throughout the rest of the state. Orlando also at 80, Tampa a bit cooler at 79, and of course Miami always hot at 79 degrees and with some cloud cover throughout the region. Dew points not too terribly high, but certainly feeling a little uncomfortable because the higher the dew point, the more hot and humid it's going to feel. So here in Tallahassee, we're sitting at 62. A bit lower as we move west of us, down to 58 in Jackson and only 48 in Little Rock, so not too terribly bad there. But New Orleans is at 67. Again, they do have some moisture coming up off of the Gulf to make things a little more humid there. And throughout the rest of the state, Orlando and Tampa both at 66 and Miami at 65, so feeling a little humid throughout the state. Winds across the region coming out of the southeast across the Gulf before moving up and heading more north as they begin to make landfall. 4 miles per hour in New Orleans, 12 miles per hour in Shreveport, 9 miles per hour in Jackson. And though we move back east, you can see the winds also beginning to follow across the rest of the region coming out of the west. Tallahassee, we got up to 12 miles per hour today. Jacksonville at 4. And of course, down through the rest of the state, you can see Orlando's at 3, Tampa at 5 miles per hour, and Miami way down here at 8 miles per hour. So winds picking up the pace across the southeast. Satellite and radar showing really not much in our area. You can see Tallahassee into Alabama and Mississippi, really not a lot of cloud cover and not much down in the rest of the state of Florida too. But as we move west, you can see a lot of that cloud cover and that moisture that's going to be moving into our area over the next couple of days and hitting us on Wednesday. That's that cold front. So make sure if you're outside on Wednesday, you bring an umbrella, a rain jacket, whatever, because you're going to need it for that rain and that moisture that we have moving in. And again, that's evident in the futurecast. Look at all this moisture, that cloud cover that's moving across the southeast region down toward Tallahassee. So that's going to hit us Wednesday. So make sure if you're outside, you're prepared. Tonight's forecast, temperatures are going to dip a little bit down to the 50s and 60s. Here in Tallahassee, it's going to be a cool 59 degrees, a little warmer west of us, up to 68 in New Orleans, 63 in Jackson. But Little Rock, 56. Again, they're going to start feeling those colder temperatures from that cold front. I mean, look at all these blues. That's that colder air that's moving in. And throughout the rest of the state, temperatures are a bit higher. 66 in Orlando with some rain, 68 in Tampa, and up to 71 in Miami. That's at night. Not feeling very good down there. And tomorrow, going to have warmer temperatures again. 83 here in Tallahassee with some clouds. 82 in Montgomery. 82 in New Orleans. Down to 77 in Little Rock, though. And you can see in Little Rock and Shreveport, they have some of those thunderstorms, some of that rain. And throughout the rest of the state, high temperatures, 88 in Orlando and 84 in Tampa. But for now, I'm going to send it back to the desk with Brittany and Jennifer.
Thank you, Tyler. Now, I'm sure some of you have heard about the Chinese space station that was actually plummeting towards Earth that gave a scare, especially in Northern America, where they were expecting some possibility of this space station landing. Thankfully, our anxiety was eased when it did land in the middle of the Pacific Ocean to the east of Fiji area, I believe it was.
Tahiti. They actually, it landed in around Tahiti, and there were so many models going around about where this spaceship was actually going to, space station was actually going to end up landing, but it mostly disintegrated within the atmosphere on its way back down. But the station actually launched in 2011, and it was China's actually first space station in space.
And actually 2 crews lived on this space station within those years. The last crew actually departed in 2013, and contact from the space station was cut in 2016. So it's been a couple years since they have been involved. They have been monitoring it, and as it came closer to Earth, it became pretty scary for a lot of people.
Yeah, as it was making increasing its orbit around Earth over the years. It's actually gone closer and closer, which meant that inevitable impact was going to happen sometime. But early forecasts actually said that 10% of the bus-sized space station would survive re-entry. So most of these particles would land on Earth's surface. Again, Earth's surface is covered mostly by water, about 70% of water. So there is a large possible chance that it's going to land in water compared to over land or someone's house.
Exactly. There was a better possibility, thankfully, of it landing in water, and thankfully it did. It actually re-entered Earth's atmosphere about 8:15 Beijing time, which was 8:15 a.m. Beijing time and 8:15 p.m. our time. So most people were awake and aware of what was going on with the station.
Yeah, they had a lot of people freaked out over the Easter weekend, but luckily we weren't really focused on it too much. There were other news going on around everywhere. But the landing of the space station, it's actually unpredictable to actually know where these space stations will land. So over the year, there's a lot of objects up in space right now because we have so many satellite and radars that this actually happens more often than we actually think it happens. It happens a lot more. So, but yeah, with that actually, we're going to take a look at more local forecasts. We're actually going to send things out to the wall with Andreas. He's going to give us a look at what's going on around Tallahassee.
Really nice weather. The sun is peeking out through those clouds, and like I said, this is just outside Joe Campbell Stadium, and we're seeing that those sun peek out through those clouds, really giving us a nice day that we've been having all day, although we've been having a little bit of cloud coverage. So we're looking at those clouds that have been sticking around, and they've been bringing us those temperatures that we've been seeing. Today we got up to about 84 degrees. That's a lot higher than our average at 77, although our low is just around the average at 50. And currently we're looking at temperatures at 82, so we've only cooled down just a little bit from our high temperatures earlier today. We've had those mostly cloudy skies, which is why we haven't cooled down too much, and we have that wind coming up from the south at 15 miles an hour. The temperatures around the region are pretty warm. We're seeing low 80s all around the board in the Big Bend area. Down in Apalachicola, we're looking about 76 degrees. So you can see they're a little bit cooler down there because they are closer to the water. But here at Tallahassee, we're sitting at 82 degrees. And over in Bainbridge, we're at exactly the same, just like Quincy as well. Wind speed and direction, we're looking at the winds coming up from the south. We're getting that Gulf breeze that's coming up and bringing that warm, moist air. That's why we're getting that warmth. That's why we're getting that humidity. And if we look here at the dew points, it's going to confirm to us why we've been feeling that muggy weather, that humidity when we step outside. In Tallahassee, we have a dew point of about 62. In Quincy, about 55. And those numbers aren't too high, but they are explaining why we're getting a little bit of moisture when we walk outside, and we can really feel it's not a dry heat, it's a moist heat when we step outside that door in the morning. So if we take a look at the national radar, right over here we're seeing that band that's going to be that next weather maker that's really going to bring us some more rain later on in the week. It's going to hit us around Wednesday. But as for right now, the area around Tallahassee and the Big Bend in general is very, very clear. We're not seeing any clouds hanging out around the area, and we're really not seeing much weather at all. So for tonight, we're looking at temperatures around 59 degrees in Tallahassee, around 57 up here in Monticello, and around 58 in Thomasville. And we're going to be dropping a lot from what we've been seeing today, and it's going to cool down a lot more as well. For tomorrow, we're going to be looking at almost an exact copy of what we saw today, about 83 degrees in Tallahassee and 74 in St. Mark's. So we're looking at the 7-day forecast here, and as I said before, we're going to have those rain chances spike up on Wednesday from that cold front that's going to be coming through. We're going to have nice weather up until then, but then later on in the week, as you can see here, those rain chances are going to ramp up. We're going to be getting washed out on Saturday, so make sure that you bring your rain jacket, bring your umbrella, make sure that if you're driving anywhere, that you put your headlights on, and if you don't have to, just go ahead and stay indoors. So we're sending it on over to Michael now, and he's going to continue on with the national weather.
Thanks, Andreas, and that was a great first on-camera appearance here at FSU Weather. But let's move on to the national picture. Again, the main story Andreas said was that cold front. It's right now situated across the Central Plains. We'll get into that in just a sec. But you can see the temperatures are pretty cold across the northern tier of the country. 33 in Kansas City, 43 in Chicago. The reason why this area is actually a little bit colder than it usually is right now is, one, they have snow cover. They got snow over the weekend. If you saw out towards New York City, there was a fresh blanket of snow on Yankee Stadium this morning, and it's opening day over there. So it's a very weird start to this baseball season up in New York. But down towards the south, it is much warmer. We were in the 80s here in Tallahassee, as well in Atlanta, and that's going to continue as we head into tomorrow. Dew points across the southern region are pretty moist. The exception is Atlanta at 38. It's a little drier over there, but up towards the north, it is also drier because of that snow cover, and it's also colder. 31 in Kansas City, 26 up in Minneapolis. Now, again, here's the main story. We have this cold front here setting up for tomorrow. A lot of the northern plains is going to get snow, and down towards the Ohio River Valley, they're going to get some severe weather tomorrow. Not even 2 days ago, they got snow. Tomorrow, we're expecting severe weather in this region. So a very quick turn of events there in the Ohio River Valley. That's basically a summary of spring up in the north. Again, because of the snow we're expecting across the northern tier, we have winter weather advisories in purple and winter storm warnings in pink, meaning the winter weather advisory, it's less severe for the northerners. Winter storm warning, it's more severe. They're expecting more travel impacts. This brown down here is a winter, it's a wind advisory. And we are expecting a lot of severe thunderstorm watches and warnings as we head into tomorrow because of the severe weather again. We are expecting down towards the Mid-South and Ohio River Valley. But by the time it goes into the Tallahassee region, it's going to weaken. Here's what I'm talking about tomorrow. We are expecting a slight risk in the yellow region, a marginal risk in the green, and this brownish is an enhanced risk, meaning there's a pretty high chance for gusty winds, large hail, and a possible chance for a tornado. That's out towards Louisville, Memphis, Columbus. That region is expecting the highest severe weather threat as we go into tomorrow. But again, as you see, we are expecting it to weaken a lot as it heads down towards Tallahassee. And we will also monitor Augusta for the severe weather threat with the Masters being there this week. Now, again, for tonight, it's going to be warm across the southern tier, 60 in Memphis, 60 in Atlanta, and 59 in Tallahassee. Across the north, though, it's going to be cold, but we are expecting it to warm up very quickly as that warm front moves up north, and the severe weather will be a concern as we head into tomorrow in that region. But for now, we're going to send it back to the desk, and we do have two major events here this week, right, Tyler?
We do. Starting tonight, March Madness finally comes to an end.
Yep.
We've had upsets, brackets busted, wins, losses, and we're finally down to two teams, Villanova and Michigan.
Yeah, hats up to Loyola for being a great Cinderella team. They almost went all the way. But again, we have Michigan against Villanova, Michigan being the defensive team. Villanova, they were insane in terms of their three-point shooting against Kansas Saturday night.
Incredible. I think if they shoot like that, nobody on the planet can beat them, let alone Michigan. You saw Michigan kind of struggled a little bit with Loyola Chicago, which is, they were a great Cinderella story, but certainly not a juggernaut.
Yeah, then they pulled away at the end. Again, the weather in San Antonio is very nice over the weekend. There are some clouds there because of that cold front I was pointing out earlier. They'll get some rain as we head into tomorrow, but tonight it's going to be mainly clouds over there. But it's indoors, so not a big deal.
The wind's not going to be affecting them if they're trying to put up their jump shots. It's not going to keep Villanova from making those threes.
That is true. Again, the other major event is the Masters this week. First major for men's golf. And the weather is going to be a concern as we go into Wednesday. There might be a slight severe weather threat, as I was showing earlier.
Wow.
Last year, they had the par 3 contest canceled for the first time because of severe weather. There was a tornado warning in the region last year. But I don't think the same thing is going to happen this year. It's not as strong as last year.
Let's hope not, because I know everybody's excited about Tiger Woods' return to the Masters. It'll be a real shame to see it rained out on Thursday.
Yeah. They are expecting more rain as we head into Saturday, but we're going to go into more details about that later this week. It's a very exciting week. A lot of us are looking forward to the Masters. I'm really looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it for months now.
Yeah, for ages. How do you think he's going to do?
Tiger really fares well in that course. Back in 2015, he wasn't that great. He still had the back injury, and he's finished tied for 15th. So who knows? He's been pretty good as we've head into the Masters, and who knows? It maybe will be his year. But now let's send it back out to the wall where Brittany has a look at Florida.
Thanks, Michael and Tyler. Now, while it's still kind of winter up north, Florida is looking pretty summer-like right now with highs in the upper 70s and lower 80s right now. 82 in Tallahassee. Orlando is even still sitting at 80. Tampa at 79 and Fort Myers at 83. Pretty warm temperatures throughout the area. And those temperatures haven't really changed in the last couple of days. Tallahassee only warmer by 1 degree than we were this time yesterday. Orlando seeing a 4-degree difference. They are 4 degrees warmer than they were yesterday. Jacksonville's up 6 degrees. Tampa slightly just lowered by 2 degrees. Again, not much of a difference throughout the area, as well as our dew points are pretty muggy throughout the whole state of Florida. We're seeing 60s throughout the area, 67 in West Palm Beach, feeling more muggy down there, 64 in Jacksonville, and 67 in Pensacola. They are even feeling the humidity today. Now here's the next system we've all been talking about that will start working its way over to the southeast and bringing the weather we will be receiving on Wednesday. And we actually do have some rain and storms throughout the Florida Peninsula right now, and this is actually caused by the sea breeze that we're used to seeing in the summer. You're seeing storms coming in from the west and the east, and the winds really tell this story. You can see the converging winds coming from the west from the Gulf of Mexico, and then they're coming from the east from the Atlantic, which is causing that convective storms to appear. For the future cast, you can see they are going to linger around but eventually clear out. And there's that fog that we have coming into the Big Bend area tomorrow. So again, tomorrow morning, if you're up early, you should see that fog. And we're going to have a pretty similar day that we saw today for tomorrow. So don't expect too much of a change until Wednesday. But for tonight, we'll see a low of 59 in Tallahassee, 61 in Gainesville. And those storms and showers might be lingering around for Orlando still. They will see a low of 66. Tampa not cooling down much at 68, and West Palm Beach is only going to see that low of 70. And for tomorrow, we will see those 80s again throughout the area. Pensacola will stay at 78. They will not hit that 80-degree mark, but Tallahassee will see that high of 83. Orlando, 88 degrees. They almost might hit that 90 mark, which is pretty crazy for this time of year. Tampa at 84, and we will see those mix of sun and clouds throughout the area as they move in and out until that next system appears. Now, Jen is going to give us our last look of our local forecast.
Yeah, and actually, I don't really have a mic on right now, but we're actually going to use mic 2, the mic that you're using today. As I pass things off, we're actually going to take a look at what's going around Florida right now. We're taking a look at temperatures of currently right now here in Tallahassee, 82 degrees. We're keeping things with mostly cloudy skies, as the winds are coming out of the south at 15 miles per hour, which is making it feel a little bit more humid with that southerly moist wind coming in. So overall, things are feeling a little bit more comfortable as I make my way on screen right here. Mostly cloudy skies right now here across the Big Bend region. Satellite radar is not showing much on the radar. We're actually keeping clear skies. Only a few clouds to the north of us and only a few showers making their way on coast in the middle part of the, Florida. But with these clear skies, it's making it feel very humid and hot outside. With the temperatures across the Big Bend region in the low 80s, we're even seeing 76 in Apalachicola with the sunny skies, so a perfect time to head out on the beach there. But 82 degrees for most areas in Bainbridge, Quincy, and Tallahassee. So overall, with these temperatures, it feels pretty warm when you walk outside, especially with the dew points. As we look at dew points in the 50s to even 60s in some areas, 55 for Valdosta and 62 for Tallahassee. So with these dew points, it does feel a bit more humid when you walk outside the door. That's why you're sweating a bit more if you're walking across campus or heading outside on your way to the car, cranking up the AC once you get into the car, because these dew points do make it feel quite oppressive when you walk outside. Tonight's forecast will keep things mainly in the 50s, even seeing some 60s across the map. So with these temperatures, it's going to be a warmer night when you walk outside the door. 57 degrees for Valdosta with partly cloudy skies. We actually could see some overcast heading into tomorrow morning, even some fog in some areas. So if you do head out and you notice fog in the area, make sure you have your low beam headlights on and take caution if you're heading out to work or school for tomorrow morning. But with these temperatures, it's going to be another muggy night ahead. 57 degrees for Monticello when you wake up tomorrow morning, 59 for Tallahassee, and 61 in St. Mark's. Again, with these temperatures, we'll actually have a pretty nice day tomorrow. It's going to be a similar day to today with these warmer temperatures and higher dew points. 84 degrees for Valdosta as well as 84 for Thomasville and 86 degrees in Bainbridge. We're seeing summer temperatures heading into the beginning of April. We're actually seeing late May temperatures right now. 85 degrees for Quincy as well as 83 degrees here in Tallahassee. And along the coast, another perfect beach day with only partly cloudy skies. 74 degrees for St. Mark's as well as 76 degrees for Apalachicola, but we'll keep these nice warm temperatures for most of the week ahead. As we take a look at the 7-day forecast, we will see a rain chance heading into Wednesday, and that'll drop the temperature down just a bit to 73 degrees for Wednesday afternoon. And that low for Thursday morning, 47 degrees when you wake up that morning. But the temperature will rise to almost 80 degrees by the afternoon with mostly partly cloudy, sunny skies. We could see some clouds in the mix up for there, but heading on towards the weekend, we'll actually see another increase in rain chances. 50% chance of rain for Friday, but ramping up by the weekend, so it won't be a similar weekend to what we saw this past weekend, but with these rain chances, it'll be a nice time to do any indoor activities or even stay inside for most of the day. 78 degrees for Saturday and 72 for Sunday. As I head things back over to the desk with Tyler and Andreas, what's going on for the final desk?
Thank you, Jennifer. Well, I don't know about you, Andreas, but I am not a big fan of rain, so I'm not looking forward to Wednesday.
I'm not excited for that at all either. We got enough of it before, and I'm not looking forward to what's coming up ahead.
Exactly. We had such a nice weekend, so much sun. I mean, a little on the warm side, but nothing that would keep you from going outside. So now to see those rain on Wednesday, and then especially next weekend, Saturday, 70% chance of those thunderstorms. Sunday, 50% chance of rain. Monday, 60% chance. If Mondays weren't bad enough, So definitely not a big fan of all the rain that we have coming our way.
Very true. I'm going to see if maybe I can get out to the pool on Thursday or even tomorrow on Tuesday, just because I want to try and get in some good summer, spring weather before we get in those that Friday, Saturday, Sunday rain we got going on.
Exactly. At least Thursday should be kind of nice. Only 79 degrees. That's kind of cool comparatively to what we've been having. But I don't know about you, but I'm actually heading out this weekend. I'm going to Orlando. So hopefully the rain doesn't follow me there. But
oh, very nice. I'm probably going to stay here studying so I can stay indoors, stay out of that rain, and hopefully not have to deal with that bad weather too much.
Exactly. But let's hope this cold front doesn't stick around too long. Let's hope we get back to that sunshine we were saying, that nice warmer temperatures that you normally see in Florida during spring and heading into summer. Because who likes rain? You got to carry an umbrella around.
Yep.
You forget your umbrella, you end up getting soaked. You got your backpack on, you got a laptop in there, that gets broken. It's just no fun.
I think I've gone through like 3 umbrellas just this semester.
I know. I leave them everywhere. I leave them in my classrooms. I'll let people loan them out and never see them, never get them back. I lose them all the time.
Of course. I usually go for the poncho, and that way I can just put it over my backpack, and I don't have to worry about wetting the laptop.
That's genius. That's a really great idea. I should do that, or get a rain jacket. You would think after going through like 3 umbrellas, that's what I would do. But you see, most students, most of their expenses are textbooks. Mine are umbrellas. But hey, make sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FSU Weather.
You can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/FSU Weather.
Yeah, go ahead, like us. And you can always watch us live on YouTube at youtube.com/FSU Weather/live.
And we're also on Instagram at FSU Weather.
So yeah, make sure you go on there, like our pics, tag us in your pics. Maybe we'll put them on our feed. You never know. So if you're just a fan of weather or you have any great pics of campus, make sure you send them our way. We love getting them. But for right now, I'm student meteorologist Tyler Bird.
I'm Andres de la Fe.
And we'll see you next time. Have a good night, Tallahassee.
Good night.